TQM system, but also the Japanese one, the Juran, the Deming system. And I saw that in all those systems, there are some issues that are not tackled at all. Some of them I will cover them, and some of them I will share with them. That's why we tried to make it. I'm not saying this is a comprehensive, complete model, but I'm saying we tried to cover different aspects of managing companies in organizations. So let me go back to the model itself, and let me begin by mentioning the 9 subsystems of the organization. And the first one indeed will be the strategy. Let me mention them, and then I will take one by one and share with you the elements of these subsystems. أنظمة فرعية in Arabic, by the way. So عندنا 9 أنظمة فرعية, 9 subsystems. The first one is the strategy. The second one are the processes. As you know, all companies implementing ISO 9000, they should identify, those are the words pronounced by ISO, required by ISO. Identify the processes, analyze them, measure them, etc., etc. So theoretically, all organizations implementing ISO 9000, by the way, there are a lot of ministries, a lot of international organizations that are implementing also ISO 9001. Let me give you a small and original, bizarre example. The NASA is implementing is ISO 9000 certified. This is very good, but it covers mainly the second subsystem. It is talent management policy if we do not benchmark the competitors. So the first element of the microenvironment is our competitor, or in general the competitors. We have to know very well our customers and deal. So those are the 5 elements of the microenvironment, and we are saying that there is environmental factors, the 5, they have a direct impact in our organization, in every organization, but also the microenvironment. Let us go to the macro environment now. In the micro environment, we didn't create anything new. It's the PEST model. Sociocultural and technological elements that we should take into consideration. And all those elements, the impact of the 9 subsystems on the macro environmental factors will be true in the macro environment, definitely. I think the launching of the mobile in some countries affected the socio-cultural one. So the first subsystem is the strategy, or the strategic management. By the way, we could use the word management. Second one is the process, strategic management, process management, etc. So let's begin by the strategy. In the strategy, with the document that will be a deliverable, the strategy map, a strategy implementation framework that we developed, and we are smart corporate objectives. We can use the balanced scorecard or any dashboard. Because as I told you, by the year 2000, when ISO 9000 launched its version of 2000, the main difference between the 25, as you can see, this part is not new. The PDCA, the standard one, Plan do Check Act, the Deming model, the Deming loop, and then, if necessary, we make the re-engineering and optimization. Yesterday, I was using the Arabic word for re-engineering. It is the الهندرة, يعني هندسة الإدارة. Okay, there are some publications in Arabic. I know one of my colleagues made it in Arabic, Dr. Fahd Sultan. So he has some publications on the re-engineering. Is in the process management, the risk management. By the way, we cannot have process management if we're not controlling is important. From 1 to 9, the scaling system. And giving the real importance to it, it's the talent management, إدارة الموارد البشرية أو إدارة the human resources, the talents. If we have the good talents, I'm from those who say that if whatever. So this is a challenge that I'm launching to myself before to you. So we have to attract, all organizations should have a system for attracting competencies in human resources management, definitely, because he's going to evaluate his employees, he's going to participate in the recruitment, etc. This is what we call support competencies, and the fourth one are management system. We identify the competencies, even the job descriptions, to be very simple. I'm not going to use difficult words. The job description, we cannot have a good competencies are not identified of these this concerned person. Anyway, the second point is that we develop this is mainly the talent management, and we have, as you can, in your right, you can see second step, etc. Indeed, what you can see here is the result of the implementation in different organizations, different companies. When I'm giving you examples of banks, of telecommunication companies, even of the oil sector or municipalities, it means that what we do in this subsystem is that we adapt a customized structure to support the corporate strategy. The corporate strategy is a problem. What happened in the 80s? In the 80s, with the big companies, we had major problem. What was happening? That the customer was requiring something, let's say an hotel, and when the information was going to meters, he talked about 52 American companies. Ya Jama'a, 2/3 of these companies doesn't exist today. The companies disappeared, went bankrupt. One example is the Pan American, the aviation company. We have to restructure, we restructured the chart, and we define the layers of the organization. Indeed, as narrow as possible. Let's go for the fifth one. Indeed, it's important.